Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 10 finale in a bit of an update video. Pretty excited about this one. Norman Reedus, who plays Daryl. I don't know why I had to say that. I think everyone knows Norman Reedus plays Daryl. But Norman Reedus had an interview with Entertainment Weekly talking about the Season 10 finale and was talking about what we can expect and what's going on and talking about that big battle. And as well as like some stuff from other cast and crew. So we're going to go through this interview at Entertainment Weekly, break it down, talk about it, and when talk a little bit about when we can expect the finale. I was gonna make a separate video talking about this, but I decided to just add it on to this one. I'll talk just a little bit about it right now, actually, before we get into the Norman Reedus stuff. There was news that the governor of Los Angeles was going to talk about the plans for film and TV and how they can, pick back up. Apparently, he was supposed to talk about it on Monday, but I don't think anything came out. But it's going to be happening soon, I believe. He's planning on announcing something about, people who work in film and TV to go back to work. And that's good for the finale. Obviously, they filmed The Walking Dead in Georgia, so we don't know, what the plan is for filming, but the finale, the post-production is being worked at in Los Angeles, and they were pretty close to getting done. So I think once they open up, once he allows film and TV people to go back to work, for post-production, they work in like an office building. So once they go back to work, and I think Angela Kang, I do remember the interview about Angela Kang saying that they were about a week and a half through the editing process when things shut down. So they only have a couple days left of editing. They're pretty close, I believe, based on what they're saying in these interviews. So if that is true, if they work at it little by little, we could be getting this finale pretty soon. Again, it just depends when, they go back to work. Again, I was going to make a separate video about it, but then I sort of held off on it. The governor hasn't announced exactly when they're going to go back to work, but I do think it's, he's planning on announcing it soon. So stay tuned for that. Any more information we get, I'll be making a video about that. But let's get into this interview in Entertainment Weekly. It has Norman Reedus, Angela Kang, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and Greg Nicotero. So a lot of the cast and crew were talking to them about the season finale, and we're going to start off with this. It says, "Whenever it does air, the finale promises to play out on a grand scale. We will see more of the epic conflict we've been witnessing all season," teased showrunner Angela Kang. "It's going to be a big, massive episode," Jeffrey Dean Morgan told Entertainment Weekly of the delayed season ender. While episode director Greg Nicotero added, "It's a really amazing episode. I love the way episode 15 ends, where you see Beta bringing their herd to the tower where everybody is holed up. There's a lot teed up, so to speak." So so they all spoke to Entertainment Weekly. That seems very exciting. Nothing haven't heard too much just yet about it being a massive episode. But I'm excited for this. Looks to be, like a really big battle. And this kind of goes into what Norman Reedus is going to talk about in just a minute. But this finale is pretty exciting, I think. And I think, I mean, based on what everyone is saying, they might be hyping it up. Who knows? It's their job. But just based on what I am expecting in the finale, this potentially could be like one of the biggest finales ever. And Jeffrey Dean Morgan was talking about how he thinks it's going to be pretty cool, how we're going to get like a one-off episode. It's going to be like a little Walking Dead movie almost. And it works best with this episode. Really, it does. Like, there's so much going on. It's the season finale. The end of the Whisperers. I'm assuming, it's going to be the final Whisperer battle. We got Maggie returning. We're going to set up the Commonwealth in season 11. So much awesome stuff is coming in this finale that, like, I definitely agree with what Jeffrey Dean Morgan said. It's going to be like a mini Walking Dead movie. So it's going to be really, really cool. But moving on to what Norman Reedus said. He said this, or the article continues saying, "Indeed, the last shot we saw in the penultimate episode was Beta leading his horde of walkers and Whisperers straight to an abandoned hospital where our heroes are hiding. And if there was any doubt that a confrontation is on the horizon, Norman Reedus is here to erase it. It's going to be an epic battle," promises Reedus. "It's like a full-on Game of Thrones Super War battle." That made me laugh when I read that, like Super War battle. And yeah, that's exciting to hear, because say what you want about Game of Thrones, that final season, but we gotta admit, Game of Thrones has had some pretty epic battles. You know, The Walking Dead hasn't had too many like epic battles. They've had like epic, fights between characters. They did have that final battle in season 8 with the Saviors, and then Rick's group, Alexandria, the Kingdom, and Hilltop. I love that. But this looks to be like more Game of Thrones esque just because of the Whispers and the Walkers. The Saviors are humans and stuff like that, and that's cool too. But something about the Whispers and Walkers just seem like it just feels like I don't know, like almost sci-fi ish, just because of these. With the Whispers, it just seems like they're fighting walkers. I don't know. There's something really cool about it. And I think, them going to battle with these walkers and Whispers is going to be super cool, because it's not just the walkers are going to be attacking too. And they're not really going to know the difference between walkers and Whispers. They're just probably just going to attack, everything that looks like a walker. So obviously the Whispers will attack back. But yeah, this final battle looks pretty insane. Now, I don't know where the final battle is going to happen. I think, based on reading this, I'm assuming now that their escape plan is not going to go according to plan, because based on that trailer, it looks like they're trying to escape and just try to maneuver their way through the walkers. We had characters, like Daryl and Luke, and, a lot of the characters were wearing walker guts, and, I think there was even a shot of Kelly putting on a walker mask. So because of that stuff, I'm assuming they were trying to like escape and just try, because this is a big horde of walkers. They could escape and try to run away if they wanted to. But I think something's gonna go wrong, and I think they're gonna have no option other to fight. But going, that Game of Thrones Super War battle, that also kind of reminds me of Maggie coming back, because Maggie is coming back, and I don't think Maggie's gonna come back alone. We have that new character we saw, which a lot of people think that, I know there's theories that people think it's a returning character, but a lot of people are also thinking it's like a new character, which I think could be the case. I'm sort of leaning more towards a new character, someone with Maggie, because if you think about it, like, I don't think Maggie would be returning by herself, just because she knows what's going on. Like, she knows about the Whisperers, and she knows about this group. And if she's coming back, I don't think she would come back by herself. I think she would bring back like an army of people to help out. So, like, just envisioning this in my, Walking Dead geek mind, like, it's pretty exciting, Just thinking about it, like, they're having a battle, Daryl and, Alexandria, the Kingdom, Hilltop versus the Whisperers. They're having this big battle, and then out of nowhere, here comes Maggie and the Commonwealth. It's pretty awesome. One of my favorite battle moments of The Walking Dead ever was that season 7 finale, when Negan was about to kill Carl, and then Shiva came in, and then like all the communities came in and helped out. That was amazing. Like, honestly, I like that more than the season 8 finale. I have to be honest. Like, not the season 8 finale, but like the season 8 final battle. Like, that season 7 finale battle was epic. So I'm sort of imagining something like that, but just like more epic. But this is really awesome. But moving on to what he says next. He says, "It was a lot of fun to shoot," he notes, "but we really pushed the crew and pushed the actors on that one. Everyone really had to dig deep, because talk about exhausting episodes. There were huge battle scenes until the wee hours of the morning constantly, and it looked so grand on an epic scale. Those battle scenes are going to be legendary." Talk about hyping it up. I know he works in the show. It's his job. Obviously, he's going to hype it up. But that's pretty exciting. I'm very excited for this. It says those battle scenes. That's interesting right there. Those huge battle scenes until the wee hours of the morning. I did not know that. That actually gives us intel, because in the trailer we don't really see any nighttime stuff. Like, in the trailer, we basically just see the group just trying to escape the Whisperers, and just again navigate their way to the horde of walkers. So we don't really see much battle. So it just kind of shows that trailer, as epic as it was, there's not a lot there that it's actually going to be. Or there's going to be a lot more in the episode than there was in the trailer, which is awesome. And, it looks like it's going to have some nighttime battles. So going back to what I was talking about earlier, that's kind of the way I see it happening. They're trying to escape the Whisperers, and then something goes wrong. The Whisperers catch up to them, and they have like a final epic battle. But this just sounds amazing. Let me know what you guys think about all this. Are you excited for the finale? And what do you want to see in the finale? What do you think is going to happen in the finale? What role, what characters are going to play in the finale? And, what do you think Maggie's going to do? Do you think the Commonwealth are going to come and help them? Or what do you think is going to go on what do you see for this final battle? Let me know what you think about all this. Also, you know, this is like, you know, him hyping it up and saying it's going to be a huge battle. Expect some casualties, you know? It's, you know, I'm still worried. It's always in the back of my mind when I talk about The Walking Dead, like, as exciting as this finale is, like, you know, we might be losing some major characters. We haven't talked about it too much, but they were saying that, you know, there's going to be some big moments in terms of character casualties in this episode. So let me know what you think about those. Like, what do you think is going to happen? But I am going to wrap it up there for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating. Again, let me know all your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. And if you are a fan of The Walking Dead, be sure to subscribe for more Walking Dead content. And I hope you guys are all doing well. Please stay safe. I appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me on these videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.